Hello, everybody.
Hey, we have good audio now.
We have new mics.
Yeah.
A lot better for audio.
So this is the one episode where we're going to have good audio because
going back to school.
it's the last day of classes.
And we're all celebrating. We have two people in suits. We have me in a plaid shirt and...
I'm wearing an Under Armour shirt, and
We
then
had to,
Josh and Justin are looking spiffy.
we
looking like the
get
man
the-
rockets that we are.
Yeah.
Man,
I hear
rockets.
Justin's wrench is 12 feet long.
Oh,
No, can't
Hey,
confirm.
Justin.
Hi, Megan.
Like a log of
We're
salami.
recording. Were you a degenerate? Are you a degenerate?
Most of this is going to be just
We're recording.
It's the size of like a salami log.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
All right, Megan.
Yes.
How's...
Interview time.
Okay, what's the lineup?
All right.
All right, Mike.
All right.
What's the lineup for today?
Well, hold on, we got to get to our special guest Megan. Special guest Megan, just in the MCR booth. How'd it go?
It went well.
That's good. What songs did you listen to?
Some pornographer.
So, excuse
know.
me. Excuse me.
You listen to what now?
that was the name of the band, I believe.
Oh, it was the new pornographers. That's
Yes.
right.
Yes, that's what
of
it
course.
was.
Yes. Yep.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Does it know?
Yeah, it is.
It is. Sure is.
Yeah, look. You're
Recorded.
we're recording right now. What?
Porn.
All right, so this is
All right.
porn
so that
pod
was,
time.
that was
Let's go.
Megan by Megan. All right.
All right, Mike. Let's
All right, so she got her show. Anyway.
Can we just do like a quick podcast or a playoffs episode?
Yep.
Because like
Go
I
ahead.
have
Yeah.
to go.
we can keep going after you.
All right, so
Okay,
let's
yeah, that's
start.
true.
A little bit of a.
Let's
talk
start
segment.
with talking about each of the games individually that happened already.
Can we not talk about Calgary first?
We're not. I'm doing it in order of which the schedule.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
talk about the Oilers?
Avs and Flames are last, just for you. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to start with Columbus versus Tampa. Obviously, Columbus won 4-3 in a pretty thrilling game. I mean, comeback in the third period there was pretty solid. Bobrovsky made some huge saves down the stretch. Tampa Bay went up 3 at the beginning of the game. So what do you guys think should happen in Game 2 for Tampa Bay to come back?
Game 2, they can't just play one period. Like, I don't understand how they forgot hockey. Hockey was a game of 60 minutes. They played one period and they sat back. Mind you, Hedman seems like he's still injured. Their top players really need to be better. Like Kucherov, Stamkos, who else? Braden Point. They did not have good games on that first game. Like their 3 goals they scored were from like deaf players and lower in their lineup. They need something from their stars right now. They can't come up flat tonight. And honestly, I'd bet that they'd score at least 3 in the first and win this game handedly. They can't let that happen. Otherwise, that might be one of the biggest chokes I'll ever see in my time as a hockey fan. What do you think, Justin?
I agree with you. I think one person that was missing on that list was, I actually might have said him, Victor Hedman. Something's wrong with him, and I don't exactly know what it is. Like, I haven't seen anything if he's injured or anything like that, if he's been released as injured. But he straight up was not in his game. He was not doing well. He was playing poor defense, and I just that's just not what we've seen from Hedman throughout the last like 3 years. Like, he has been unstoppable, and now all of a sudden he just shuts down in one game. Like, something needs to change there. But I don't know. I think like Tampa came out very strong against Columbus, but I think they kind of had it in their minds that they had already won the game going into the second. I don't think they really expected Columbus to actually make a comeback. So kudos for Columbus for shutting up Tampa. And I mean, I'm straight up rooting for Columbus now. I just want to see the upset at this point. So
I'm the complete opposite. I need them to win for my bracket.
true.
I picked 5 games. They can't
my
lose.
bracket's done.
They can't
if
lose.
Tampa's out, my bracket's done.
So I'm gonna say, I think the next thing will be who is the what is the thing that Columbus can do to continue to win? Why the hell are you making that
3
so
or
low?
4 inch rule. Speak down.
You speak down, you peasant.
Okay, Mike.
All right. Anyway, so what does Columbus have to do to continue to win?
Josh, what do you think? Let's get your input.
All right, so they got to shut down Kucherov. They got to shut down Stamkos. They got to shut down Point. That's what they did in Game 1, and fancy that, they won.
I think their defense needs to keep activating. They got goals from Seth Jones, the game winner, and then David Savard completely walked Hedman with a toe drag and sniped one top right corner.
Beautiful goal.
They need their defense to keep doing that, especially Wierenski. Their forward, Josh Anderson. I love watching that fucker play. He's great physically, doesn't back down. He can score and he can skate. Those are the type of players that, even though like we're getting more skill, more smaller guys, I have all the time in the world for those guys that can hit and play any way, but can still contribute.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
I mean, I agree to that. I think Columbus played well, and I think in the first period they were a little low, but I think Columbus did end up making a comeback, and I think a big thing for Columbus is going to be the goaltending and whether or not the goaltending can stay.
Yeah, but
Stay
Bobrovsky
Big Bob
shaky
is
in that first period.
he didn't start too well, but he finished off the game very strong, and he made some wicked saves in the third.
What are you giggling about there, Josh?
So Ray, one of our lovely instructors, God bless his soul. In our recording booth, we have a door with a little window in there, and our lovely instructors, Pete and Ray, were helping us set up our brand new little microphone set up here.
Thank you so much.
And one of our ongoing jokes is, "Hey, Ray or Pete, you want to be on the epi?" And he just kind of stood outside of our window, and I offered him to be on the podcast.
Not bad. Did he accept?
No, he unfortunately did not. I offered my microphone, and he said no. And then I gestured to the fifth microphone in the corner there, and then laughed and said no. So we got that going for us.
I think that'll be like we should have a segment with either Pete or Ray next semester.
Yeah.
Just have them come talk about whatever sport they feel like.
Yeah.
For Ray, it could be the Broncos in football when it starts up.
I know Ray was a
CFL.
Broncos fan.
Yeah, he's a Broncos
Oh,
fan.
yeah.
And then we can get Pete talking CFL, NFL, hockey.
Oh,
You
man.
can get Pete talking anything.
We could talk Pete. Wow.
We
I
can get
just feel-
Josh in an English class. That's what we
Holy.
can do.
And how did I do an anchor this morning? Jesus Murphy.
Okay, so back to the topic at hand.
You're a topic at hand.
I think one of the big collapses for Tampa Bay is that they went up 3-0, and Vasilevsky's been so good all year that they thought, okay, well we're gonna win this. We've won these games all year.
We can rely on Vasi.
We can rely on Vasi, which I mean, I guess you can't now. But love Vasilevsky, by the way. Probably the Vezina winner. If Bishop doesn't win somehow.
I agree.
Okay, so next we have the Penguins versus the Islanders. This game was a 4-3 overtime win for the Islanders. Josh Bailey scored the game-winning goal. Malkin had a goal and an assist. And the Islanders are a fast team. So, what do you guys think Pittsburgh needs to do to win?
I thought you were going to stop at the Islanders are a fast team.
They are. They are.
And I'm like, what? Are you done? What?
I love the Isles. I've watched a couple of their games this year. Aggressive, and they play meaningful hockey. Barry Trotz has completely transformed the team. Even without Tavares, they are flying.
Oh yeah.
Love me some Barry Trouts.
And I'm sick of the
Papa
Penguins winning, dude. I want to see
I'm
new
not.
teams.
Yeah, well, you're silly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Man, the thing is though, it's like Islanders. They're fast. They're hitters. Like they're a very good team. What is going? Are you taking your belt off?
tell me to.
But like the Penguins got 44 shots. Like that's pretty heavy in shots, man. And like
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
to only let 3 in off of that too. Like
Robin Leonard.
Leonard he's playing at the top of his game, and
And
I think we were all expecting him to play at the top of his game.
I need to Snapchat
But
Megan so she can throw out my.
For me,
ways.
it's the top line with like Crosby's got to perform more.
Yeah.
I didn't really see much out of him.
Neither from Gensel either.
Gensel, I haven't seen much out of either this year. Mind you, it's only been one game, so
Yeah.
like
But you see Gensel all
That's
year.
what I'm saying. You
Gensel's
guys were
been a stud.
overreacting to some
Oh, true.
wins. It's one game.
one
Wait
game.
till game 4.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, oh, yeah.
You know what
okay,
the scary thing about
All
the
right.
Islanders is? If Robin Leonard gets pulled, they have Grace.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, they have Grace. They're
Forgot
not
they had
screwed.
Grace. I was gonna be like, oh, they're done.
They're not done.
dead in the water.
Like, they have another goalie with a 9.24. Like, they're fine.
And just a shout out to my boy Jordan Everly for
Yeah,
getting his first
I was
career
just gonna
playoff
bring that
goal.
up, too.
And
Since,
an assist as well.
2017 is
The
the only
guy-
other time he made it. He had 2 assists in 14 games. So
Didn't
yeah.
score though.
Nope, that was his first goal.
Yeah.
Congratulations to him, man. He's been
First goal
battling,
since
working.
Yeah.
Since being
No,
a Regina Pat.
he was definitely.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
World Junior
Did he
Star.
get one of the, Did he get the star of the game?
Not a
Like,
big
I
who
believe he
deal.
did. He had
the
2
game?
points.
But
believe
like
he did.
he had a wicked game.
You know who else is filthy?
Josh Bailey got the first star. Eberle got the second. Letty got the third.
Wait, Josh Bailey got the first star with just the overtime goal?
Yes. And a
He
plus
is
minus
such
one,
a
but-
fucking nice player to watch when you actually like watch him.
Letty?
He's got no Bailey.
Oh, Bailey.
He's
Yeah.
got sick hands.
He's got nice
Bailey,
hands.
yeah.
His passing ability is underrated, I think.
And shout out to my boy Matt Barzell.
How many boys do you have on the Islanders?
It's my whole team, man. Those are my boys. Barzell is a beauty. What a play he made on that overtime winner.
Guess what team he doesn't play for because you didn't draft him?
Well, guess what? I don't care. I'm a hockey fan.
I'm a hockey fan.
All right, next
All right,
series.
what's next?
Next up, we have the Blues and Jets, which was a 2-1 win for the St. Louis. Pretty solid game. Bozak scored pretty late into the game. Bennington did not look like a rookie goalie who just played his first playoff game. And it was a pretty solid game all around. Tarasenko didn't get a point, and Lane scored a goal.
Jordan Winnington, anybody?
Holy, really?
I didn't actually
Good
watch any of the
Lord,
game.
I had that game on, and dude is insane.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
pretty
you're
good.
the
He's
goalie, kid.
Playing on his
What do you
damn
think?
head. Holy crap.
Was he shaky at all, or is
No.
he getting lucky on saves,
No.
or was he just
He
great
was calm.
positionally?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Yes. Yes is my answer to that question. Holy man. Jordan Bennington, A1, would recommend.
What'd you see from Hellbuck? Do you think he's struggling, or he'd play
No,
fine?
he
You know what, man? I'll be completely honest. I had that game on. I watched the first period where it was mostly like all Winnipeg, and then I fell asleep.
I feel that, man. I'm
So-
glad the semester's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't actually watch that game. I
I
was
did not
tuned
watch
in
that
to the Penguins game, and then after that, I went to the San Jose Vegas game. So
I had to check who's winning, T-Series or PewDiePie.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God.
PewDiePie is still in the lead by
Hughes is our boy.
143,000
Hughes is not our
subscribers.
boy. Hey, Pubes, if you want to like sponsor
Remember,
I don't think. Did you just call him pubes?
Hey, Pubes.
Yo, pubes.
I stopped calling people our boy when we stop eating Wendy's. So
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's
Everyone's our
boys.
boys. Everyone is a part of the Trailer
No,
Park Boys
okay, no.
podcast.
that's-
Yeah.
Hold on.
Fans too.
There's a difference. Everybody's our boy, but Wendy's is our girl.
It's our girl. What is? Yeah, sponsor us anyway.
We love it.
Anyway, yeah, I didn't really tune into the Winnipeg game. I from the highlights that I saw and some of the like the reviews that I read and stuff like that, it was a fast, hard hitting game, and that's just kind of been the theme of the playoffs this year is hitting. Hitting has been a very big aspect in this year's playoffs, which is good to see. Last year there wasn't as much. I don't think. Well, to me there wasn't as much. There's some hard hitters, and people are starting to throw their weight around, and I'm liking it.
Yeah, I think the Blues defense looked phenomenal. I
Yeah.
think that
That's what I heard.
they got that anchor going, and then if they do happen to mess up at any point, they have Bennington there to save them. So I think the way that Winnipeg can bounce back and win this is, I think, just keep throwing pucks at the net. Because I think Bennington, he doesn't have problems with rebound control. But maybe at some point he will, and if you just get pucks to the net, you will probably get lucky. That's what the Flames did.
My favorite clip of all time of Jordan Bennington is that TSN interview. I think it was TSN. Anyways, it doesn't matter. The reporter asks him, "Oh, are you nervous at all about your first whatever starts in the NHL? They're going so well." He goes, "Do I look nervous?" And the reporter just goes, "No." He goes, "There's your answer." Fantastic. My goodness, Jordan Bennington. I'm sold on him. He's over. He's over,
He's
man.
over.
He's over, brothers.
Just wait until Hellebuck comes in and RKO's them.
this just on an hour ago from Bob McKenzie. Todd McClellan is no longer a consideration for the head coach in Buffalo. The Sabres identified McClellan as a candidate and had some dialogue this week, but an offer or deal was never formalized or finalized. Expectation is McClellan may be the next head coach in Los Angeles.
Why?
Really? Well, who's in LA right now?
All right.
It was Willie Desjardins for the rest of the
Yeah,
season, but
that's
then he's just
so
interim.
awful.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, next game.
Next game that came on was Stars versus Preds.
That's why I picked the Stars to win
I
the
picked the
series.
Stars
I
to do this
like how
too.
they got their first win.
Yeah, I need to
From
explain
that
what
one.
happened in the game.
Go ahead. Sorry,
Um,
I cut you off.
This game was a 3-2 win for the Stars.
God. So fucking polite.
Good old
fuck.
Canadian boy, Cherry
Good
would
Canadian boy.
Anyway,
Trailer Park Boys every
Stars-
Friday coming at you live.
Stars won 3-2.
Not live, but we
Um,
record anyways.
Heiskanen had 2 points.
The backhand slicer.
Against like ooh, saucy,
Averman, is that you?
filthy.
All right, go away.
Okay. Bishop had a pretty solid game.
Mute his mic.
Hey.
Yeah, but Bishop had a pretty solid game as always, like he's been doing all year. Stars defense got a lot of points for them. Radulov had the
Miro
game winner.
Heiskanen.
Yeah, he had a solid
Miro
game.
Heiskanen.
He's pretty
And
good.
Pecorine just looked mediocre.
Which is what happens in the playoffs. That's the only reason I didn't pick Nashville.
Playoff Rene is kind of like
He's all over the
he's
place.
a wild card
Yeah.
in the playoffs. He's either has like a really good start and then falls, or he falls and then has a pretty decent end. But he's just inconsistent
I
in
have,
the playoffs so
I have
far,
a question
and
for
it's
you
just
guys.
Go ahead.
tough.
I have a
Um,
possible answer for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
If the Preds go down 3-0, do you consider playing Saros?
Yep.
Why not?
He's a great goalie.
Why not?
Depends on
How
on-
many goals?
On how
Yeah.
Like if Rene's getting lit up every game, then yeah, for sure. But if it's like
Close.
2-1 overtime and there's not really much he could have done to save it, like that's not really on Rene. That's more of on the team and the defense itself. I would say like if Rene's letting in 4 or 5 goals a night, or like then yeah, 100%.
Preds
change
scare
it.
me too much. Like I feel like they stick to the boards too much.
Yeah.
In today's NHL, you got to utilize the middle of the ice and you got to be able to skate.
Yeah.
They always go off the boards and out, which I mean, it's safe, but it's not guaranteed to win you hockey games, for one. And then two, their power play was the worst in the league this season. How?
Yeah.
That you have those many defensemen. I think this is my diagnosis of it. They're shooting from way outside for those 1-2 shots from their blue liners. You gotta get close to the slot for those shots. Those where the quality chances come now. Goalies are too quick and too good technically that they can cover those 1-2s from out far. Josh can probably attest to that
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yep. I was
Yeah.
paying attention to
So-
what you were saying. Yes, absolutely.
I don't know. I just feel like Nashville's system is flawed. I don't like Laviolette. Dallas's coach is innovative and he's brought new ideas. And I don't know. I like their top four. I like Klimberg. I like Heiskanen. They have some good defense.
Which we were not saying last year.
I know, which is weird.
Johnny Oduya was their
Yeah.
one of their top line defensemen last year.
Heiskanen, man. He came in and he's helped that blue line a ton.
Yeah, what I will say is Laviolette has always played like a slow, methodical type of game, and I do not like it at all. Like if you're in the playoffs right now, you gotta play faster. You
Yeah.
have to, but like it was like the Flyers. That's why they didn't win against
Exactly.
Well, that's
Chicago.
why, that's why they didn't win because
That's why he's been to like 3 finals, only won once.
Yeah, because his team does not play
Doesn't
fast.
adapt to the new game. Next series,
Next series was the Knights and the Sharks.
the Sharks are my boys. I'm telling you, man, that defense. Carlson had a great game one.
Yeah.
Burns played
So-
amazing. Vlasic got a goal.
This game was a 5-2 victory for the Knights.
5-2. No,
Um,
for the Sharks, not the
Oh,
Knights.
sorry, my bad.
You're good. You're good.
Um,
Then I don't know, dude. I have a feeling.
Mark Stone had 2 goals.
Yeah, he's
Um,
the wild factor.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Martin
Justin?
Jones played a pretty solid game. Carlson had 3 assists. And
Yeah,
Pavelski scored a goal off of his face.
And then
So
I thought he had a broken jaw, but he just lost teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, holy crap. Takes a shot off the jaw and scores
Skates right off.
with
no
his
selling.
jaw. Yeah,
no sell.
right off the ice. Comes back, what, 5-10 minutes later?
Yep.
What a beauty.
And then I think
Fine.
Timo
What
Meyer got
a
a stick to the face too there, and that's so they're down
beauty.
like 9 forwards, 10 forwards.
To me, it was San Jose from
It was
the
all
puck drop.
France. So, yeah.
It was San Jose from the puck drop.
They were
And
not
Vegas
ready.
just couldn't keep.
I'm excited for
keep
game
up.
2 tonight.
Yeah,
I am
so
too. It's gonna be a good one to watch.
It's
I
gonna be
think
nice that I can actually
I'll
watch. the
probably
games.
do the exact same thing as I did the 2 nights ago and just have all 4 of them loaded up on the TV and
Oh,
just
yeah.
kind of scroll through them
Yeah.
and
Should we watch the games tonight?
Aman's is working.
Oh, okay.
Till
Can
10.
the rest of us play the
Man
games?
needs a nap.
a man's does need to.
Fuck, yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna
Aman's
be
needs a
watching the
nap.
games.
I was up
Can I-
at 5:30
can I
this
come watch
morning.
it?
Switching through.
Can I come watch them with you?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, cool.
If I'm at home, I might go to my buddy's house.
If I'm not hanging out with like the DCM bros, you know.
DCM.
Which bro?
Bros.
It's
Uh,
Tyler
are
Hay,
you?
Kevin, and Tyson.
Oh, are you?
DCM
Are you
Campus Bros?
cheating on us?
He is.
Well, you guys
bitch.
said no to me, so
When?
you just said you have to work.
You know what you need to
want
do?
go nap.
You know what you need to do?
Fuck yourself.
Get your license and drive down to Lethbridge one of these weekends. We're going on a summer bender, bud.
Dude,
I
what if we just
am-
go up to Calgary and do like a
We
day
could do
trip to
that too.
Calgary?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
Right?
I'm
Come to
down.
me.
All right, here's what we'll do.
Like a trip out to BC, to the
Dude.
cabin. I got a cabin.
Oh, shit.
Trip out to BC.
Okay,
Trailer Park Boys take on BC.
Okay.
That's something in the works.
Here's what we'll do. Assuming the Flames make it to the next round.
You cannot go.
Okay, well, hold on. No. We're not talking
Put
about
down,
hockey.
Mike.
We're
Put
talking
down,
about
put
making
down.
plans to go to a day trip to Calgary.
Okay.
Okay, so assuming the Flames make it to the next round,
Yes.
or like I don't know, next week or the week after, right? Mike will be in Calgary. You'll be in Tabor. You can meet us in like
Fluffridge.
yeah, you can meet us somewhere. I don't want to drive because I've driven to Calgary like the last 4 times I've
Justin,
driven
I'll
with
do
friends. Thanks, Justin, for volunteering to go to drive to Calgary. Anyways,
All right.
we'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll go to Calgary. Go there like start driving at like 8, 9 in the morning. We'll go up there. Go meet Mike somewhere. We'll go hang out. Fucking go to a movie or whatever. Right? Go dick around. Go to the Dome. Go to the Red Mile and just get fucking trashed.
You heard it here first on the Trailer Park Boys podcast.
Every Friday.
Every
Anyway,
Friday.
we should probably talk about this.
Anyways, next series.
Boys
I kinda want to talk about
ASMR.
Yeah, I want to talk
Alright.
about them a little bit too. Vegas' defense had no match for that Sharks offense. The Sharks were just all over
Who
them.
called it? Who
I
called
mean,
it?
Nobody really argued with you, but you know.
I don't know. Some of you guys were
Who
picking
called
Vegas.
it?
I went Vegas.
I was picking
Yeah.
Vegas because their offense, not their defense. I
Yeah.
thought Fleury would play the way
I
that
thought,
they did.
I thought Fleury would have stood out a bit better compared to last year, but I have a strong feeling that he's back to Pittsburgh playoff Fleury, and that kind of worries me because I have Vegas in my bracket. So
Okay,
Dan.
so new question.
man down.
Oh, man.
Vegas needs to step up.
I don't
in
know
my
how
mind.
Fleury is so bad in the playoffs.
I have a new question.
I don't understand.
But like last year though, he was nuts.
He was unreal until game 2 of the finals.
Yeah.
New question. If
New answer.
if the Sharks go up 3-0 and Fleury's been shit, do you play a Malcolm Subban?
Yeah, why not? What is there to lose?
Do you trust Malcolm Subban though?
I would honestly,
If Fleury is playing the way he
if
is,
Fleury lets in 5 goals again tonight,
what is there to lose?
start Subban.
What is
in
there
the
to
third
lose?
game.
Yeah.
You're already down 2-0.
you
You're
guys-
back in Vegas. You need a fresh start.
Do you guys remember
Play
when?
Subban.
Do you guys remember when Malcolm Subban was supposed to be like the next great goalie?
Yeah, and then he
First round
shit the bed.
pick,
When was that? What the fuck?
2011.
Oh, that's why I don't
And
remember
then
that.
Boston.
Vasilevsky went first round, 2012.
Ooh.
Well,
Subban was a 24th overall pick by the Bruins.
yeah, I think.
Oh, that's right. He was a
He
Bruin.
got put on waivers. Vegas claimed him.
He was in Boston until like what
2017?
I thought it was
2018?
before that. I thought it was 2016.
No,
that he
they
moved.
claimed him off waivers.
Yeah, that's right. Cause
Did
the
they?
Vegas, yeah, cause Vegas had Fleury and Pickard.
Card.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then
right, right, right.
They waived Pickard and he went to Toronto.
He
Well,
went
no,
to Toronto.
they,
No,
they,
he
were
went
get, they
to-
passed through waivers. Toronto traded for him. They
Yeah.
gave him a
Huh.
prospect and a pick.
There was a person that I forgot to mention. Oh no, he's in Colorado. Never mind. We'll talk about it later.
Okay,
Okay.
so I
Third
think
side.
in general, I think Vegas' offense is going to wake up in this game, and I think Vegas,
They don't have a choice. They have to.
Yeah.
I don't think it will.
I think it will.
Mark Stone will be Mark Stone.
Oh, he's been phenomenal. I love that player.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Best defensive player in the league,
Yeah.
forward wise.
Yeah. I was gonna be like, what?
Yeah, he can play D.
But yeah, so we'll move on to the next one. We have the Leafs and the Bruins. This was
Man, did this game throw me off? Because I
Yes.
was expecting it to be all Bruins.
Oh,
so
I was
And it
expecting all Boston.
certainly was not.
so 4-1 for
Empty netter for Tavares, so it was Marner. That
it was
really
the
killed
Marner.
him.
It was the Marner show.
Man,
realistically.
it would be awesome. Okay, if Toronto wins that series,
They play Tampa.
they play?
They play
Oh,
Tampa.
Or Columbus.
okay. Well, never.
Nobody's getting past that second round.
Never mind then. Here I was gonna say like, man, wouldn't it be great if Toronto played New York?
See, that's the
the
thing, though,
playoffs.
is if Boston does take the series, and
Where's your
Rask is back,
jammies?
and Rask is playing to the standards that we know he can play.
Which you did not play last night.
Boston has a chance to take
Boston
Tampa.
kinda-
I don't know, Mike.
Boston was slow.
I think Rask played fine yesterday. Think about it. There's a penalty shot. What are you gonna do? Marner's sick hands.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Marner's
true.
The
unreal.
first goal, I didn't see the first goal of Marner's, or the second one,
it was
whichever
pretty
one
nice.
it was. It was a nice goal.
pretty nice, yeah.
Okay, Nylander's was a breakaway. That's on the D.
Mm.
You can't blame the goalie there. He went 5-hole.
And
And
Jonathan
then empty net. There's only
Yeah.
one goal that was Rask's fault. I think.
Yeah,
And honestly, when
I-
it comes down to it, to me, I thought it was just bad bounces for Boston. The
Yeah.
whole
That's
game.
what I'm saying. I
They
think-
could not get a bounce that went in any other
That's
direction
what
than
I'm
they
saying.
needed.
I think like they're doing more harm to themselves than the Leafs inflicted on them that first game. They
Yeah.
better come out. Them and Tampa need to come out in game 2. ready to
man,
play.
was Boston slow.
yeah, their
Man,
defense
so
is looking
slow.
real
Their
slow,
defense
especially
is
with Chara.
slow.
Yeah, Well, Chara just watched
which
guys
is-
blow by him. He watched them.
Which is why I chose Toronto in this series because Toronto's young and fast, and then.
Yeah,
slow.
this series could have gone either way. Like it's gonna be a good matchup.
It's going to be a good
It's going
matchup
seven.
right to the end,
It's
yeah.
going seven.
See, but that's the thing though, because Toronto basically has 3 stud offense, or like
Four.
4 lines of stud.
Oh, you said lines. I thought you
Yeah.
said players.
No.
3
no.
stud lines for
3
sure.
stud
3
lines.
lines,
One of them didn't even show up.
Which line do you think that was, Matthews?
Matthews.
He had the most. This is the thing. Last year, Matthews was like 5th on ice time for forwards. He got first. He was first in ice time yesterday.
Yeah.
They're playing their good players. Babcock's starting to come around on that. Don't trust your veterans as much. Let your young guns around.
Yeah.
That's like one of the biggest problems.
I
have
wouldn't
with
count
Babcock.
Boston out at all.
No.
Boston,
Yeah,
I
no,
guarantee, will
absolutely
come
not.
back
Oh, yeah.
even more aggressive than they were.
Pasternak
at
will
the
be
beginning of this game.
ridiculous. Yeah.
If Anderson continues to play the way he did last night,
Well, and that
No.
power play is
And
like the pass from
I slept through
Marchand
it.
was just nuts. Like
It
their
was dirty,
power
yeah.
play is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So like I just don't count Boston out.
yeah, I
I
wouldn't
think
count
Toronto's
This
gonna
is why I'm
be
saying game
Toronto's
7,
gonna think
like
they're
7. Like,
Game 7.
yeah with the game going 4-1. Toronto's gonna be hyped up and they're gonna think they've got it in the bag. And Boston I think is gonna come out flying tomorrow and just destroy.
You better.
They better, because if they don't, they're gonna have some serious issues.
okay, so the next series we have is the Hurricanes versus the Capitals. The Capitals won this game 4-2. Svechnikov kind of made it close at the end,
Yeah. Good
but
player.
Holtby was just too much to handle, and
Nicky B, baby.
Nick
Yeah,
Backstrom
Backstrom,
looks
Jesus
like an
Christ.
absolute stud, like he always does.
Yeah. Holy
Consistent.
Capitals are scary.
I love how
They're also playing the Hurricanes though, so it's like.
I wouldn't count the Hurricanes
pretty
out,
close
man. The
game.
Oh yeah,
Hurricanes
no,
are-
I'm not saying that they're
But they're
dead in the water,
inexperienced.
but like
Yeah.
they have not been in the playoffs for a while.
Second longest streak, I think, other than Edmonton's 12-year run.
What do you mean 12-year run? They were in the playoffs what 2 years ago?
But
Yeah,
before
they
he
went
made
from
that.
2006
Oh,
to
before that.
2016
Okay,
or
okay.
something. I guess it
Okay.
was 10 years.
Yeah,
Or
okay.
11, whatever it was.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
They
that's
were
right.
second in the longest streak, and they just broke it.
Yeah. Jeez.
I don't know. Washington just like I was not expecting him to come out that fast. I have Carolina taking the series.
Yeah.
Just
many
because
games?
I figured that was going to be the one upset of the first round.
Yeah. If
There's going to be one.
there's
There's going to be one
gonna be-
upset.
I
and
think-
that was the one that I
No.
called. But I'm
You know which
I
one
thinking,
I'm
think, I
thinking
think
it's
I
gonna be?
agree.
Your Pens, man.
I think it might be at this
Either the
point
Pens
that
or
it
the
might be
Preds
the
that are
Pens and
gonna lose.
Islanders.
If
By the way,
if the
I
Pen-
wanted to bring something up about
Okay.
the Pens and Islanders game that I forgot to bring up.
Okay.
Okay.
Give it.
Every year, everyone that I have ever talked to mentions the fact that
Hi,
the
Anton.
Penguins
Whoa,
get
that's spooky.
all the calls called
So
for them, and the
spooky.
refs are biased towards the Penguins.
Yeah.
Everyone always says that. I understand because the Penguins were tripping, they were slashing, they were hacking, like they played a dirty, dirty game, and they
They
got
sure did.
no penalties whatsoever. So like, that's that to me is like, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, you were peeking.
Yeah,
buddy.
dude, you
Dude,
were.
like,
in
You
I'm
got
like-
animated. I don't blame you though.
yeah.
I'm kind of PO'd. Like, I'm
Yeah.
a Penguins fan, but that's,
Well, here's the
that's,
thing, though.
that's shit hockey.
bullshit.
Like, go
Yeah.
out there, play clean hockey. Like,
Skate.
you have some of the top players in the league with Malkin and Crosby.
Of all time.
Gensel is just a playoff god, and you're resorting to tripping and hacking and slashing. Like, come on. Like, you're one of the best
Yeah.
teams in the league.
Man.
Play the game, you know.
It's
just-
because
goals.
the Islanders
Yeah.
were so
Come
fast.
All right. Here's just an idea. Right. I.
No.
We're not
Nope.
doing that. That'd be way too loud.
Yeah.
Too loud. I'll do it at the same
Okay,
time.
so we get Islanders to beat Penguins in 7. Really draw that sucker out, right? Really get it to the point where it's like, oh, you know, it's game 6. Penguins are down like 3-2 in the series. They're like, Islanders are gonna do it. They're gonna beat the Penguins. They're gonna beat the Penguins.
But they won't.
They don't in game 6.
You're breaking my heart.
Goes to game 7, right?
Eberle scores a goal to make it 1-0.
Eberle scores the overtime winner to send them to the second round.
Okay.
Oh, I thought this was going differently.
Who would they play in the second round?
It
would play
it would be
Capitals.
Capitals.
All right.
Or Carolina.
No.
There's only one game in.
Capitals.
Fair,
One game.
yeah.
All
You're
right.
not wrong.
They,
You're
they,
not wrong.
they play the Capitals. It goes another 6 or 7. Like, really tears at your heartstrings. In the Eastern Conference Final, Toronto and the New York Islanders.
Not a chance.
It's not
No,
happening.
No, it probably won't. But holy crap.
I
What a season that would be. What like
The only way that I
man.
think would happen is if, well, one, Toronto blasts past Boston.
Yeah.
And the thing is, for me, is if Toronto takes Boston to 7 and wins in 7,
Yeah.
Toronto's going to be tired.
Oh yeah. Against Tampa.
Against
too.
Tampa. Yeah.
Don't you mean
But
the
if
Columbus Blue
if
Jackets?
Columbus can pull off a miracle and take down Tampa, and Toronto manages to take down Boston, Toronto.
Well,
like,
I got Toronto every day.
That
in
would be pretty sweet, boys.
That'd be
I'd be
fun.
down to watch that.
That'd be
a
fun.
lot. Like,
You know what the big thing for me is?
That'd be really
Columbus
fun.
is not an 8th seed. That team is
Yeah.
just not an 8th seed.
Underperforming.
They just
Yeah.
peaked at the wrong time.
Toronto?
No, Columbus.
Columbus.
Oh, Columbus. Oh, yeah.
Like they're not an 8th seed. Like people are talking about how they were the dark horse team back when they made the Duchesne and Dzingel trade,
Yeah.
and like they're not an 8th seed.
It wasn't really a dark horse thing.
It was not. It was they're gonna make it to the.
It was all right. They're going all in on this.
honestly, I think it's going to come down to tonight, I think,
Yeah.
for Columbus.
Yeah.
If they can manage to
How did we
take
get
the
way back up
second
there?
home game from Tampa in Tampa and go back to Columbus with a 2-0 lead going into 2 games in their home arena, like that's good. That's looking good for Columbus. But I think it's going to come down to how fast Tampa comes out today. And if Tampa comes out and buries a couple quick goals on Big Bob, I think it's going to be all Tampa from that point on.
Well, they buried
So.
3 on Big Bob though, but they also gave up after the first period.
Yeah,
That's
for
what,
someone-
that was my thing.
Of all the games, 60-plus games that they've had a
Like
3 goal.
game 1
Since
at
game 1,
home
all the games that they've had a 3-goal lead and they blow it in the game 1 of the playoffs.
against Columbus.
Columbus fans, though, are nuts.
Oh,
they are
yeah.
going nuts
Yeah.
right now.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
ridiculous.
Wouldn't you?
I was watching like videos on Facebook the other day, like
Yeah.
yesterday. There was people like Columbus fans in Columbus that were like spending upwards of like $1,000 just to go to Tampa
That's
to
my
go
alarm.
see
okay?
this
All right,
this game.
I gotta go home.
All right, peace, Justin.
gotta-
Or Josh.
I'm
Oh,
Josh.
Okay,
I don't
cool,
want
guess
you to
I'm
leave,
leaving.
bro.
Yeah,
No,
right
no, I
on.
don't want you to leave.
Tyler.
All right, wait, quick before you go, Josh.
Yeah.
Who's gonna win tonight? Tampa Bay or Columbus?
It'll be a long, drawn-out battle.
Okay.
But Tampa Bay will prevail by the score of 4-3.
Are the Islanders and Penguins playing today?
Yeah.
Who's winning that one, Josh?
Honestly, Islanders, man.
Yeah, baby.
Are they in Long Island?
Oh yeah.
No,
Oh,
oh yeah,
yeah,
they are
home
in
ice.
my. They got home ice advantage. Damn.
Oh, okay, yes, Islanders. Islanders, absolutely.
I love watching that burn, man.
I mean, I'm hurting. I gotta be honest though. I'm more towards the. Okay. I'm more towards Calgary at this point in the season.
over the summer.
For sure.
Yeah.
Take care.
See you later, big guy.
See what you were saying.
I'm all Calgary for these playoffs.
Oh,
I had my
Calgary,
run
really?
with Penguins, and I'm still a huge Penguins fan, and I'm still going to continue to be a huge Penguins fan. But like,
They're on the Downs fan.
I just love how young the the Calgary Flames team is, and how much like they've gone from literally nothing, bottom of the league, like, and they've just come from nothing and with a young ass team, and I'm loving it.
Speaking of the Flames, we got to talk about this series now because we haven't got to it.
Dude, we missed a series, I think,
Um,
from last night. Who else played last night?
no, we didn't. It was Capitals, Bruins, and Avs.
There's 4 games.
3 games.
There's 3 last night. There's 5 on opening
5
day.
on opening day.
Yeah.
Okay,
that was
so Flames Avalanche game, 4-0 Flames. Mike Smith played phenomenal, got a shutty. Kachuk had 2 goals, and Mangiapane had the sickest goal I think I've seen.
Oh, out of Mangiapane, that was easily Mangiapane's best goal, and it couldn't have come at a better time.
He's a skilled player, and
He is.
he's starting to figure out the shell. For a 5th-round pick, that was an overager.
Yep.
He's figuring it out,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Bet on skill all day.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so
the Flames are just, they're
They're
on a
drafting
different
well.
level here.
They've changed.
They've changed their lineup. They've changed their strategy completely.
Give Trey Living credit.
Oh, yeah.
GM of the year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, I think the big thing for me, this game did look a lot closer than it probably was, but I do think the Avalanche looked outmatched. I think as soon as that Flames goal, that first goal was scored, the Avalanche panicked, and their defense started to stress out and turn the puck over a lot. And the Flames took advantage, scored that second goal. Nice tip by Kachuk. I
That
don't
was
know.
a beautiful tip in. I don't know how he hit that, man.
Grubauer trying to start something that wasn't actually a thing. He clearly made that contact himself.
It's playoffs. You're
Yeah.
gonna challenge those kind of
Yeah.
things. Like there's no point in not challenging it. Your do or die situation, you're gonna challenge 100%. I think Grubauer played a pretty solid game overall,
yeah.
considering like how like Colorado just seemed kind of slack towards the end of the game there, and I to me it looked like they were focusing too much on their top line. They were trying to get their top line to perform all the time, and it just wasn't happening.
Personally, I think Mike Smith saved your butts this game a bit.
Yeah.
It could have been a little bit closer. Like, here's some stats. So, offensive zone possession time, Avs had 7:03. I don't know how much of that time they're actually getting chances on net, but
Oh,
Yeah.
neck down a
the
bit.
Flames had 6:18 in the offensive zone, so a little bit less, close to a minute less. 26 shots for the Avs, 32 for the Flames, 15 slot shots, so like dangerous opportunities for the Avs. So Smith was making some highway robbery.
Oh yeah,
The Flames had
That,
10 of those.
that Kerfoot save?
I gotta be honest. I have not seen Smith play at that level of goaltending
Since
since
2012.
2012 with Arizona when
And
he
here's even
went
this
to
to
go
back
play.
it up. Scoring chances off the rush, 4 for the Avalanche, 1 for the Flames.
Yeah,
Hold
And
on.
then-
What is their definition of scoring chance, though? Because if they
rushing, like off the rush scoring
Off the
chance.
if they
rush, yeah.
think that McKinnon
A
skating
shot.
straight
It's
up,
a shot.
yeah, if they think straight up just skating up and taking that one shot, shouldn't
That's still a
count.
scoring chance
that
off
was
the rush.
scoring.
that was a bullet of a shot.
That was. But like,
Although
wouldn't
I
say
did
it's
see like one of their 2-on-1s, and I think it was Hamonic broke it up
Yeah.
nicely.
yeah.
Love that.
The Hamonic played a hell of a game last night. though.
Man, they
Like,
were
he was-
talking on the telecast about him being a Norris consideration.
No.
He is not, but
No.
like, come on.
But
guys.
like he had a
Come on,
he had a
Sportsnet.
very very good game last night, and like he was. I think the thing that helped the Flames the most is that they had the younger guys that aren't usually known for hitting.
Yeah.
Were out there hitting.
Oh, Johnny
Like-
Gaudreau knocked a guy down.
Yeah, Elias Lindholm was taking runs at everyone last night, and I was
That was
Like-
here for it.
that was nuts.
That second line, your guys's, that will determine the series.
Yeah.
Kachuk back on
Oh, yeah.
great games. Your top line was invisible.
Our second
Like
line.
and even Frolik though too.
Yeah.
Frolik is he's waking up and he's starting to go fast. Like he's got some speed to him, and like we were talking to Mr. Pete Gingras, and he said it the best. He said that Calgary has two top one like number one lines and two or three number 2 or 3 lines. Like they don't have like an actual fourth line, like a bad goon squad fourth line. Like even their fourth line with I think it's Derek Ryan, Jan Kelly, Jan Kelly.
no,
No.
Derek
Janko's third
Ryan.
line center, I think.
Yeah,
Derek
Ryan,
Halfway.
Mangiapane.
Halfway.
And
Hathaway.
Halfway.
Like that's still
That line played
that's
good.
yeah, that's a very good line
What
for a
else?
fourth line too. Like impressive.
I think that's also due to Avalanche's depth and how their fourth line is very
Shitty.
mediocre at best.
Mediocre at best. Yeah.
But I think that second line outplayed the McKinnon line straight up. I think they
Oh
did.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And I
was it the McKinnon line that was paired up against? I think they were paired up against. What line were they paired up
The
against?
second one.
I think it was the second one.
It was.
Yeah, so
For
they
most of it,
outplayed.
yeah.
And the
they
fact that
outplayed them.
Kachuk and them outplayed them and got like 3 goals from
Dude,
that line.
Kachuk
Unreal.
is on another level. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
how that kid pisses so many people off. Like that penalty that he drew in the first period, I was loving it. Like he went straight up, knew exactly what he was doing. As soon as that stick made contact, he walked away. And I was like, smart kid. Like dude is he's toying with the league right
He
now.
knows
And
what to
he
do.
knows what he's doing.
Also, I just want to say that got in Grubauer's head a little bit. He did.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah. You did call that last week.
I did. Got in Grubauer's head. He was gonna struggle a little bit more than he usually
Do you mean
does.
Grubber?
I was trying to say grubby, and I spelled it so wrong for some reason.
The one thing I would do with the Flames, get Valimaki or who's the other?
Oh
guy?
my
Thinking
God,
of Shillington.
Vandenberg
Get
was
them,
so
get
bad.
Valimaki or Shillington some playoffs. Show them some playoffs. Vandenberg, you're not going to keep him.
He's so
Yeah.
bad. He turned the
Like,
puck over 3 times in the first 10 minutes of the game.
I wouldn't say he had like a awful game. Like he still had a couple of good plays, but like I personally like Shillington more than I like Vandenberg.
So do I.
I think he's a better defenseman. But and you know who else I was kind of sad I didn't see in the playoffs was Austin Zarnik.
Yeah.
Zarnik
that's-
finished the season off with the Flames very well with like 3 goals in 4 games. Like
One whose fault that is, though.
Bench James Neal.
James Neal's.
James Neal.
I know, and they're not gonna take out James Neal.
No,
they're
'cause
paying
he's a
way too
veteran,
much, and they're
too.
paying way too much to keep him on the bench.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hey, Ray.
hey Ray, what's going on?
Ray again.
But I don't know. I miss Austin Zarnik. I think he was a pretty big aspect for the Flames. Hey,
Is wrapping up soon?
Oh, no.
No,
we could be.
We
If
could.
you need the booth.
no. Just looking for a kit and a tripod.
Kit and a tripod.
Oh yeah, it's at my house. I'll go get it after.
You have it?
Yeah, I do have it. I don't have the kit. I just have the tripod. I can go get
Did you
it. Though.
sign out a kid?
I took out a boom mic and a tripod. So I'll go get that after this podcast and give it back.
But we're looking. I don't know. Who
I'm trying to think who else would
maybe-
have the kit at this point.
Yeah, I have the tripod though, but I don't have the kit.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Bring that back.
Yeah, I'll go get it. Yeah,
Thank you.
no problem.
Cool.
We'll edit that part out.
40 minutes if you want to have 50 seconds. So probably around 39 minutes.
Let's
Let's keep
Anyways.
going.
Whoops, forgot to take that back. Anyway, I also broke the boom mic. That was the same one that you broke, but it broke again. Anyway,
It broke again?
yeah. I also think the Flames power play looks pretty good after that first one was a friggin' dud of a power
Oh
play.
God.
Backlund's power play unit looked pretty good.
I would honestly say that the Backlund line and the Backlund power play played a lot better than our top line.
One thing I would do is take Anderson off that goddamn power play.
I don't know. He's got the shot to be there though.
He's
That's
got
my
the
thing.
shot, but like every single time somebody goes to like dump the puck for
Who'd
an
you rather
easy-
play there?
Yeah. There's
I'd
not really
rather-
anyone
Would
Would
else.
you
to
want
put
Brody
there.
there?
Brody's already there.
Brody's.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because we have.
Put Zarnik back there. Put him back in the lineup. Put him there.
But who are you gonna take out for Zarnik though? That's the thing.
You gonna take out Garnet Hathaway, who's a running wrecking ball?
Yeah, I wouldn't take out Hathaway at
Who'd
this
you
point.
take
I
out?
think the only person that I would be
Neal.
comfortable taking out would be
James
Neal
At this point.
at
yeah.
this point. But even Neal, he wasn't playing too bad last night.
That's
like
what
he
I'm
still
saying.
had
You
a
can't-
solid
you can't
game.
really
Also,
change
he was
anything
hitting
there.
and he
I
was
would
shooting.
also consider Noah Hannafin for that second power play line.
Yeah, give him a chance.
Yeah, yeah.
See
Or
what he's
Hamonic,
got.
even Hamonic is.
I wouldn't. I don't like.
I don't know.
Hamonic on
I
the
like
power play.
Hamonic. I think he's got a decent shot on him.
Really?
Yeah. But
Hmm.
I don't know. I like Anderson. He just struggles with the puck sometimes, but he's got a wicked shot on him.
Oh, for
But
sure.
that top line for Calgary needs to
Step it the
step
fuck
up.
up.
Yeah.
That's
They,
that's the
they
thing,
did,
though.
They did not do
You
good.
just remember
We won 4
2015,
nothing without that first line.
Yeah.
Hudler, Monahan, Gaudreau.
Oh,
That line was filthy.
yeah. I miss
And
Yuri
then,
Hudler so much, man. I loved Yuri Hudler.
Oh, but too bad he's doing like cocaine now and everything.
Yeah.
I want cocaine on an airplane.
All right, we'll change that. What's next?
So we're just gonna do previews for the rest of the series now.
Okay.
So let's start with Tampa Bay versus Columbus, and we're gonna do a what if or no. This series or like Tampa will win if, and we'll do a Columbus will win if.
Okay.
So Tampa Bay will win
If they realize how good they are and stop playing down to their opponent's level.
Straight up, if the top line shows up, and if Braden Point and if Victor Hedman can figure out what's going on, Hedman has been slacking. So if he can pick up his game, Tampa all the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna say if they play a full 60-minute game,
Yeah.
they will continue to win and probably go to the cup. Columbus will win if
Bobrovsky stays consistent
Yeah.
and they get production. No, what? No, if Torts and his, I think they had video in like before the game started. You guys are 8th seed. You're playing Tampa. Don't be so tight. Play loose. What is there to lose?
What is there to lose?
If you
That's the
lose, you
thing.
lost to the best team in the entire league who tied a lead record for wins. What is there to lose? They showed that looseness and they won game 1 because of it.
Yeah, and I think that's gonna be my what if too. Is if they can come out and play the way that they played in the final, like in the third period of the first game, like it's Columbus is gonna take it because like
sure.
Columbus was flying. They were all over Tampa in the third period. And even the halfway, like I would say halfway through the second, it took a huge momentum switch and it was Columbus for the rest of the game. So
I'm gonna say keep playing to your potential. I think this team is only getting used to each other still. I think they're not quite there yet. Once they get used to each other, I think this team could be a juggernaut if they can continue that potential because they have the potential to go to the Cup.
I
straight up.
wish they would have gelled together earlier because the playoffs is not the time to be realizing this
Yeah.
shit.
Mhm.
Next series.
So we have Pittsburgh and the Islanders. The Pittsburgh Penguins win if
They start scoring and take the Islanders crowd right out of it. When they scored that third goal, you shut them the hell up.
Matt Murray.
Yeah.
Matt Murray didn't look good in the first period. The first couple goals, they were okay goals, but he should have had both of them. I think Matt Murray needs to wake up. The first line, Crosby Gensel line, like that has to wake up big time too. They have been slacking, and Letang was quite easily taken off his feet last night, 2 nights ago. He fell down quite a few times, had quite a few turnovers.
I
But
called that one too.
Yeah.
The forecheck, man.
they're struggling, and they need to realize the team. They go back to the team that they were
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago.
I agree.
what I would
go back to
say.
playing like that.
What I would say is star power. You're fighting a team that does not have that star power, rather than like Robin Leonard,
Yep.
who I think is a star now. Just play to your stars. Let your stars go out there and do what they're gonna do, and put the puck in the net.
Yeah, I think they're just getting tired, man. This is like, what, 10 seasons straight of playoffs?
Yeah, they're tired
They need a break.
for
and,
sure.
Play defense.
Um,
The Islanders win if
they keep up their forecheck like they've been doing and just aggressive skate. Trotz is a Penguin killer. He did it last year. He's going to do it again this year, in my opinion. What do you think, Justin?
I think it's gonna Robin Leonard. If
Yeah.
Robin Leonard can continue to make 40+ saves like he did, well, I get 39, like 38 saves or something like that. But still, that's he had a wicked game, and like if he can continue to make 38, 40 saves a night, and like if they're like Islanders offense is pushing, they're shooting at any point they can. They're getting tons of opportunities, and if Leonard can keep the puck out of the net, Islanders are taking.
You going to admit defeat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be too mad about admitting defeat to a team like the Islanders,
Oh,
though.
for sure.
They worked very, very hard to get to
Were they?
where they are right now, and I think they've done an amazing job this year. So I wouldn't be too mad. I'm still going to be frustrated because the Penguins are out, but
Here's a question. When they had that 3-on-1 with 6 seconds left and hit the post, how big of a shit was in your pants?
oh my god. I was like, I wasn't even on a chair. I was standing up, beer in hand, like ready.
It hits the post.
Whatever.
That
Game
was
1.
close.
6 more to go.
so. I think the Islanders win this game as if they. Honestly, I would take that underdog role that like the Philadelphia Eagles took when they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Use that momentum and keep riding it. People want you to win this series. People want you guys to be the underdog team that keeps going without Tavares, because John Tavares, as soon as they left, everyone was like, well, they're not going to be good. So I would take that underdog role, keep flying with it, keep skating hard, get pucks to the net, and Matt Murray will probably let in some rebounds.
That's the thing. I'm gonna ask a Mike question. If the Penguins go down 3-0,
You go to Jerry or
do you go to Jari or to Smith?
to Smith?
I go with my boy Tristan Jarry,
No,
man.
Because Jari has
He won a
playoff
Memorial Cup.
experience, and he has playoff experience from last year. DeSmith does not.
I would go.
DeSmith has never played a playoff game.
I would go with DeSmith because I think he's played most of the year this year. So I think that he has that NHL game like resume for this year. I think Jari hasn't played a whole lot of games this year, so I think he's probably gonna be used to like minor league games. So coming up here for big time playoffs is probably not the best idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jari has Memorial Cup experience. He's won at WHL title and Memorial Cup for 1. 2, if both of these goalies falter for their own teams, I'm pretty much trusting Grice over Smith or Jari. That's another point that's helping me lean towards the Islanders.
There's just the Penguins just need to figure their stuff out.
Fair enough.
I think they've been there so many times. They're trying to do things, and I think they just need to go back to what was working.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to mix up lineups and do different strategies for breakout and stuff like that. And I don't understand why. Like you won 2 cups in a row. Why aren't you using the same? Like people are gonna know what you're gonna do, but
It works.
it still works.
Yeah.
It worked 2 years in a row. Like clearly something was good about that power play and that forechecking and stuff, but they just changed it completely.
Fair.
Okay. Zoned out a little bit there.
Yeah, it seemed like it.
The next one, we have the Blues and the Jets. We're going to start with the Jets for this one. The Jets will win the series if, and I'm going to say their offense waking up.
Yeah.
I think this is a high-octane offense. Like the Maple Leafs, I think they have a 3-line terror thing, and I think they need to continue to put the puck on the net. I think I've said that for like every single one, but it's true. Like, put the puck on the net.
Yeah.
Bennington is still a rookie goalie. I'm sure he's probably, if he doesn't hit a wall, then
Yeah,
you're screwed.
Sooner or later, I think he's gonna snap. And it's just,
Really?
I don't think like he's playing at a level of hockey that I don't know if he can continue to play that for the rest of the series.
This is like Carey Price type
Yeah,
goaltending.
and like he's playing really good goaltending, and for someone that wasn't even heard about last year, like that's impressive. And I don't think it's gonna continue much longer, but
That's fair. Although when I look at rookie goalies in the playoffs, Anthony Niemi won it with the Hawks. Crawford was also a rookie when that happened. When he came in and started, it's happened before.
it's happened before.
Players
Well,
don't know how to
Matt
solve
Murray.
them. Yeah, look at
Matt
Matt
Murray,
Murray.
straight up.
Exactly, 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row off of Fleury, and I don't know what is going on with Murray.
He's not having
Murray
any
is
pressure
not
from the
having.
backup. I don't
he's,
think.
As a backup under a goalie like Fleury, you can't do anything wrong, because if Fleury plays well, you're golden. If
Yeah.
Fleury doesn't play well,
Yeah,
you're
Matt
ready.
Murray.
You're ready. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
But
Jets just need to be who they are, who
Yeah.
they've been the whole year. Fast hits.
they need to
Buffalo.
hit more.
Buffalo.
They gotta
Their
get
offense
they gotta
gone.
get the hits going again.
You get the power play going. And then the Blues will win if.
They keep it up. They
Yeah.
got a good decor. They got all
Just
four
do what
lines
they-
rolling. They're
Do
doing
what
their
they've been
job.
doing. Just
They've
keep
been
going.
doing since January. Second best record. They're
And
winning.
straight up. If Biddington can keep it up,
And if Tarasenko
I'm
plays
not
a little
saying
better.
that it's impossible that he's not going to. I'm just saying that if he can,
They're going deep.
they're going deep, 100%.
Oh, EA Sports has them going to the Cup, so.
Really?
Yeah, well,
Interesting.
NHL 2020.
Although-
He'll be like a
although-
fucking 102 overall.
Yeah.
The simulation also had the Avalanche sweeping the Flames, so that did not happen. But yeah, I would just say keep doing what you're doing. Keep playing that defense that you've had for the past 5 years.
Yeah.
Nitty gritty, except for Bowmeister, he doesn't hit anybody because he never hits anybody ever. But yeah, I would just keep being who you are. That's the big word of the day for the Blues. Stars and Preds. The Stars win this series if.
Their decor keeps playing well and keeping Nashville's offense at bay, and they got 2 or 3 solid lines that can work and score.
Yeah.
I don't underestimate Sagan. Ben's been having a horrible season. He can turn it on. They got Rupe Hintz, Jason Dickinson, Alexander Radulov, who he's a damn good player. Who else am I missing here? There's somebody else I'm missing. That's good. Heiskanen on the point. They got Klingberg, Lindell. They're just a solid team with a good goalie.
They got Roman Polak, best defenseman in the league.
Boys, I think we need to talk about the best player of the playoffs so far.
Ron Hainsey.
Ron Hainsey.
Fucker on me.
Pucks in deep, boys. Pucks in deep.
Pucks
Pucks in deep, boys.
Pucks in deep. Anyway, I think the Stars win this series if Sagan, for one,
Yeah.
starts playing a little bit better. If he continues to be who he was for the second half of the year after getting called out, I think him and Ben need to.
I think Sagan turned it on after that. Ben hasn't.
Ben's just been who he consistently is.
Yeah, Ben's just been consistent.
Okay.
Hi.
And again, they're another scary team. If one goalie.
See y'all next year.
See
See ya.
y'all.
I'll probably come stop by later.
What?
I'll probably come stop by Meekins if you guys are going to be there.
We can take a nap.
All right, well, I'm going home
We
then.
all need a nap.
Stop by the place
I might come with
yeah,
you.
stop by Justin actually.
54 minutes, cut it.
Think so?
Cut it out.
But-
Well, no,
oh.
not
Oh.
now. Just crop that shit out.
Fair.
Yeah, we're gonna go party.
Yeah, no, stop by.
Cool.
Bye bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Oh, just you. Okay, cool. Whatever. It's
I'm
fine.
going home to nap.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish my homework and then probably go do more homework.
You just want to do that shit. Okay. We'll just do that on Google Drive. We don't actually have to stay here.
Yeah, it's
It is
fine.
what it Where were we?
Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas. I think they're another scary team that if Ben Bishop starts playing bad, they have if Ben Bishop starts playing bad, they have Andrew Hudobin, who I think very, very solid goaltender as well. And sorry, I had to like breathe there, because I don't do that very often.
Apparently not.
But yeah, I think if they just continue to play good defense and that offense and power play plays well, I think they have that series in the bag. And if the Predators will win,
Rene.
Rene and start playing to the potential they have.
play
Maybe
faster.
Change your system. Play faster. Play up the middle.
Yeah.
Stop taking point
Yeah.
shots.
They got to get more momentum in them. They
have a lot
kind of
of
seem
60
tired.
Point scorers who are not doing anything, like Granley.
Yeah.
And Johansson and Turris when he's
Arvidsson.
actually
Forsberg.
good.
Turris had 8 goals this year.
Yeah, but he was on like a third.
Second.
Really?
Yeah. It's just their second line center.
Oh, okay. Well, still, he needs to be better.
Yeah.
Good
Oh,
work.
definitely.
Oh, 100%.
Like that contract they gave him,
Kelly Arncroft. Where the hell you been? Colton Sissons.
Wilson or whatever his name is, or
Did he
Watson. Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this.
They just need to wake up.
I think this team needs to wake up and realize that they slumped going into the playoffs. No, they were winning going into the playoffs.
Yeah,
weren't they?
they had like a 7-2-1 record
Yeah.
going in.
So obviously.
Dallas was also on like a 7-game win streak at one point too.
Yeah.
Though.
So Dallas
Yeah.
is on fire. We have so many guests
We
like
have.
coming to our door today.
All right, what's next?
Okay, so next we have Knights and Sharks, which is going to be an interesting thing. We kind of already went over it, didn't we?
A little bit. We can do it again though.
All right, the Knights will win if.
They their forwards have to keep putting more. I told you from the start their defense. I don't like it. Their forwards have to do better, and they have to play better than the Sharks' offense or team as a whole. They also need Fleury to stand on his head.
Yeah, I agree. You need Fleury, and you need to pepper Jones with as many shots as you can get on him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a stand-up goalie, and he's going to continue to perform.
He also
But,
looked
like, you
shaky
need to.
that game one.
He did though, but like
But he got the dub.
he got the dub, and
so.
that's my thing though. Is he looked a little bit
Yeah.
shaky, and Vegas just needs to put pucks on net.
Mhm.
Like
Let
any
it
chance
shoot.
they have, just shoot.
Pucks in deep.
Pucks in
And
deep.
they're gonna beat Jones eventually if they can just keep shooting and if Fleury can keep the puck out.
I think the first line needs to wake up. I think the second line played fairly decent.
Who
I
do
think
you define as first line and second line?
that's the thing though, because I think everyone says their first line is Carlson, Riley Smith, and Marchessault.
Yeah, but I'd consider it Stone.
I consider it
Pacioretty,
that
and
too,
stuff.
but I think on the depth chart they have him as the first
Okay,
line. So
fair.
I think that line needs to wake up. Carlson needs to be who he was the second half of the year. He heated up the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I think he needs to be that person again. I think Marchessault needs to be who he was last year. I think it's going to be harder for them to score because last year James Neal was kind of the guy who scored for them when they needed it the most.
Yeah. Now he's not doing anything.
No, he's not doing anything for us. But yeah, they need to score. I think they need to put the puck in the net. Martin
Yeah.
Jones has been shaky and awful this year, so if you put pucks on net, it'll probably go in.
Pucks in deep.
Pucks in deep.
Pucks in deep, boys.
The Sharks will win.
Shout out to Megan and Heather.
Yeah.
We're gonna shut it out. We literally let Megan talk to us. Anyway, the Sharks will win if.
Keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah. If their defensive core stays the way that they are, and
love
their
it, man.
defensemen keep putting points up,
Yeah.
like
And their forwards
Easy.
just keep coming in waves. And if Jones can just be a 920 goalie, just chill.
he
You're
doesn't
fine.
have to be exceptional. As
No.
that is the thing. Like San Jose is scoring 100%.
When
Like they are
Carlson's on the
scoring.
ice, they're in the other team's end.
Yeah, and I think like Jones doesn't have to be a miracle worker to keep him through. I think they just straight up their defense needs to stay healthy because they've had quite
Injuries,
a
yeah.
bad roll of injuries, and they need to stay healthy. They need to stay active, and I think they for surely are. They showed me a game that I haven't seen in a while out of San Jose.
Mm-hmm.
So
Especially during the season, you guys, the Flames, I'm referencing, beat up on them a bit, but
oh yeah,
they look completely different after that game
different
one.
now. Yeah.
If the Sharks win tonight, do you think that there's a huge possibility that they sweep the series?
No. Vegas does not lose at home.
That's true.
Yeah.
That does not happen.
I think they at least get one in their own barn.
Yeah, I think
Vegas will get one in San Jose.
Oh.
I think they
Like
need.
tonight?
I think they need.
I
to
don't
win
know.
tonight.
Tonight's going to be a close game, I think. San Jose is going to come in there thinking, like, we
got
we
this.
ran over these guys. We stepped over them like we're just too good. And Vegas is going to be pissed off. They're going to want to show that they're not out yet and they're not done. And yeah,
I think
the
if
Tigers
they're
going to be a good one.
I think if they're gonna win, I think it's gonna be Game 5.
Yeah,
Fair.
fair.
So the next series is the Maple Leafs versus the Bruins. The Maple Leafs win this series if
They keep playing with speed and target Charles side of the ice at all times.
seriously though.
McAvoy's his partner. He can keep up. He can hit. He can shut down. Charles too slow. Attack him with speed. Burn him.
Yeah.
Odd man rush, and they can snipe on those. And their defense needs to just play good. Don't get too crazy.
Yeah, for me it's the same thing. It's speed. That like Mitch Marner line is just they're on a different level of speed. They're all over the ice and like Boston. Yeah, they had bad bounces and stuff, but Toronto overall was, I would say, faster and more aggressive than Boston was throughout the majority of the game.
For sure.
I think the big thing is that Anderson needs to stay consistent. He's been
Oh yeah, true.
he needs to stay consistent. That Matthews line needs to get some points in the next game.
Who are his
And
winners now? Is it Janssen and Kapanen?
Janssen and Kapanen, I
Get
think.
Nylander back, man. Come on.
Well, who's Nylander with now?
Kadri and
Marleau.
Marlowe.
Marlowe. Who's with Marner?
Tavares,
Tavares
Hyman.
and Hyman. I can't believe Hyman's on the first
He's
page.
Those
a
are
damn
three
good
solid.
player.
He's a
lines,
good
though.
player, but I don't think he's first
No,
line.
but every line needs a worker.
Those are three solid lines.
He goes
though.
and
That's
digs.
the thing.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying.
Hyman goes in the corners, gets the puck out, gives it to the two skilled players. That's
Yeah.
secondary assist all day.
But yeah, I just think that second line needs to start playing better.
Mhm.
And I think Patrick Marleau needs to have that veteran leadership and continue to be the old man. Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's fair.
Ron Hainsey.
Ron Haynes.
Ron Hainsey needs to start some.
Single-handedly win the series.
Yeah.
Boston will win if.
Boston will win if their defense decides to play defense. I think they've made too many mental lapses last game. I think Chara needs to be smarter. I can't believe I ever was going to say that. Chara needs to be smarter. He looks real slow, so he needs to figure out another way to shut down people.
Use your stick, bud.
Yeah. I like Boston's offense played good. They played an aggressive, like shot heavy game, and they had plenty of chances. Anderson just
Fredek showed up.
yeah, and for me, it's going to be whether or not the defense shows up and starts locking down the point, as well as Tuukka. Tuukka is not known for letting four goals in the first game,
Exactly.
and that was a Tuukka ass that I haven't seen in a long time, and
Mm-hmm.
he's just Tuukka's got to figure that out too.
I think another thing
Game
is
ones.
they need
Game
to
ones, yeah, that's the thing.
they need to
Game one.
draw more penalties. I think if they can
Leafs.
no the Bruins.
Boston.
I think if they draw more penalties, that power play is deadly. I think they need to draw penalties and they get on the power play. They can score
yeah.
some goals.
Oh yeah,
And DeBrusque needs to play better.
Boston's coming back with some steam, guaranteed.
For sure. I agree. I think it's going to
Next
be
game
1-1.
in Boston. Yeah.
Okay. We need to stop doing that. Okay, the next series is the Hurricanes versus the Capitals.
Which team are we
Let's
doing? What score first?
speed this up a little bit anyway. The Hurricanes will win if. 'Cause I have home.
They keep playing good, and Mrazek stands on his head. They're a good
Yeah.
team, but they just need
If
to keep
Mraz-
consistency up.
If Mrazek stays, and like Tyler said earlier, I think it was about Islanders. Like they're a young team, and they just need to let those young guys go. Like they need to let the young guys go. They need to let people like their team just have
Learn.
fun with it and learn.
Yeah.
And if they can keep that up, and Mrazek can keep playing a decent game, then
They have a chance.
yeah. Like
Rod the
Sebastian
Bod's
Aho-
got him going.
Sebastian Aho, like Ferland, like those guys need to start stepping up
Oh,
a bit
man.
more. And
Furland needs to
5
be.
minutes into that game yesterday, Ferland had 4 recorded hits.
yeah, he's all over
Furland
the ice.
needs to be who he was when they played Vancouver. a
Which
couple
I
years
think he
ago for
was.
Calgary.
I think he was. Yeah,
He
I don't
was.
think
He
Washington
he
fights or
recorded
hits
10
back,
plus
though.
hits. I think just individually for him,
Mhm.
which is nuts. And like, I'm not sure about shots on net and for him and stuff like that, but like from what I saw, he had quite a few chances. And
Mhm.
just like he was setting it up pretty well.
Washington, they'll take the hits. They aren't going to hit back. It's
Yeah.
not their game plan. It might prove that they can win with that style. So
Yep.
I don't believe
I would go after John Carlson, try to get in his head a little bit.
for sure.
Because he had 3 assists and he played unbelievable last night. I think that the Hurricanes will definitely win this game if they continue to give Svechnikov the puck. I think.
Yeah,
that guy.
let the kid shoot.
Let the kid shoot. Let him do his thing. Justin Williams needs to be who he was in that LA Kings run a couple years ago.
He's also like 37.
He's
dude.
also 37.
like
He's still
tiny.
had 30 goals this year.
I know, but he's getting run down a bit.
He's getting run down, but this is his last hurrah. Honestly, this is what I think. This is his last hurrah. I think he might get hurt, then move on. But yeah, he needs to be who he was before. He's a clutch player. He needs to show it.
For sure.
And I think Mrazek needs to be better. And I think that if he doesn't play better in this next game, I'd consider McElhinney.
Do you guys know who, what's his face? Nikita Gusev is?
I've heard the name.
He's like one of the top KHL players.
Yeah.
Vegas held his rights. He signed a contract, got released from the KHL, and will be expected to join the Golden Knights this weekend. That's another offensive player. He's really good, skilled.
Damn.
He's skilled. That could add, again, though, that's adding to the offense that they have.
Yeah.
And they need some D.
They need some
I
D.
only like Schmidt and Theodore on that blue
Yeah.
line.
I think that could be an issue, though, too. I think that's chemistry issues that could come into play as well.
Exactly, if
Yeah.
they promised him playing time or something.
Yeah, I think that's some chemistry issues. I think the guy who they've promised a playoff spot, like if they come in and suddenly
he's
this
gonna
guy
lose
comes
it to
in,
a KHL player. Yeah,
give it
he's
to a
gonna be
KHL
producing
player who
some
just got here.
some frustration for sure.
Yeah, that could be a toxic.
What topic were we on before I cut you off?
We're going to the next series.
we were about to, yeah.
Washington's. We have to do Washington.
Washington will win if
Oh, we're good. Keep going. If they keep playing the style they
Yeah.
played last year, they don't have pressure on them. They won the cup. They're good to go. Play their game. It works.
If Holtby keeps showing up, it's like Holtby he's on another level.
And don't take penalties.
Yeah, and like Backstrom.
You guys seen Backstrom's
Like-
second goal yesterday?
Yeah,
Everybody had Ovi covered because Nutsov literally found him. Backstrom right beside the net.
that's
for a
the,
tap-in.
that. Yeah,
There's
that's the
so
thing.
many options.
There's so many options with their power play. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Ocean,
It's
the
just
slot,
like
Ovi,
there's only like
Carlson,
3 or 4 power plays in the league that are like that, and it's Washington's, Boston's, Pittsburgh, and
I don't know who the fourth would be,
I
but
don't know
yeah,
who the fourth.
it rotates.
Like, yeah, it rotates throughout teams. But
It's like
those
Toronto
3
was
teams,
it last year. They
yeah, those
automatically
3 teams
scored.
have some strong power plays.
Nobody can stop them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next series.
I don't even have.
Oh,
I don't
give
even
your
have,
opinion.
I don't even have a say. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
no, give your
Give Nicholas Backstrom the puck and let him be the playmaker that he is.
Yep.
Or Kuznetsov, honestly.
Or Kuzi or Oshie or Ovechkin or Verena or basically their whole entire team. Basically
roster.
their whole roster, except for Brooks Orpik.
Yeah,
not-
he's still a beauty.
He's still a beauty, but don't give him the puck to make some plays.
Fair.
So yeah, basically just give them to your playmakers and let them do what they're gonna do,
Okay.
and let John Carlson
Shoot.
play
Yeah.
and shoot.
Yeah.
Give him 30 minutes a night.
What's next?
Oh, your favorite series. All right, so Flames and Avs. I'm gonna start with the Avs just because I want to talk about the Flames last. The Avalanche will win the series if
If that top line shows up,
McKinnon's-
if they actually start producing, that McKinnon line starts producing, then
that's your one
they're
thing.
gonna do some damage. And I think, along with that, I don't know how to say his name, Grubauer.
Yeah. got
Grubauer
it.
needs to show up a bit more.
Yeah, I think their
But that's the
defense
thing.
needs to do something.
Grubauer still played a
Good game.
heckin' good game.
That just shows how good Calgary's been playing, though.
Calgary is just on a roll.
For
It's gonna be
me,
tough to
their
tough to stop.
defense need to show a little bit more effort than they did yesterday. Like Tyson Barrie was kind of invisible.
Yeah, Tyson
Eric
Barrie.
Johnson, I don't think I heard his name mentioned.
After he basically punched
Patrick Nemeth, he
Yeah.
sucks. He's not very good at moving the puck.
Holden's not very good.
Ian Cole's a third line guy, and whoever
Yeah.
else there was. Wild factor though, they might get Kale McCarr joining their team by game 3. He is insane
Yeah, but
offensively.
same thing as
Dude, I love
Vegas.
Cale McCarr.
You know who he is?
Yeah, he
World Juniors.
he was dating one of the RAs when I was working at
Oh,
the
yeah.
university.
He's so good.
Yeah, he
dude.
came and hung out with us quite a few times.
Nice.
Yeah, he came down to Lethbridge. and-
He's number
I
one
know,
ranked
with us quite a
prospect
few
in the
times.
hockey news right now.
Yeah, I have signed hat, jersey, notebooks.
His
I know
college
signed,
actually
his
won-
signature everywhere.
His college actually won, and they're going to the finals for the whatever that's called, their championship down there.
Oh yeah,
And that should be done by game 3, and he'll be ready to go in
They're ready to
Colorado.
go. And I think Colorado will.
They'll
pull
play.
them.
Well,
And the thing is too is if they're down 3-0, they're gonna take anything.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna do anything they can.
It's like when Boston played McAvoy when he came off his college career and
Yeah.
threw him right into the
Throw
lineup.
them right in.
It's the Senators.
That could be a big move for Colorado.
Oh yeah.
I think that First of all, that power play needs to be better.
Yeah.
Watching them play, they have the same like skate up as the Flames.
Oh yeah.
They skate up.
every
and-
team
Same-
does.
Every team does the same thing. Yeah.
They need better options. You need another option besides that one player getting an entry.
yeah.
And the movement wasn't very good. Rantanen was basically stuck in the corner the whole entire time.
I think he's still injured. He just came back early.
That's what I thought too. He didn't look like
didn't
he
do
was up
anything
at his prime
yesterday.
yesterday.
So he was stuck in the corner. Landeskog was not winning the battles against Hamonic, like at all. McKinnon was trying. McKinnon was super frustrated.
McKinnon was so. I love watching him stick handle or just play hockey.
Yeah.
But you need a team. Look at McDavid. You need a team.
I would consider taking Kerfoot off and finding somebody else. I don't know who it is yet.
I like Kerfoot on that power play.
I-
He was on a heater, man.
I like him as a player, but like watching him play on the power play yesterday, I would not have him on the point per se.
They have him on the point.
They have him on
I
the
think
point.
McKinnon was on the point.
No, I saw him at the point a couple
What the
times.
fuck is he doing back there?
They had McKinnon more like lower slot type place.
Oh,
Kind
really?
of like the Ovechkin area.
Yeah.
I get
Like
that.
the top
but,
of the hash marks kind of area.
what I would do, throw Tyson Jost in the middle, the bumper, which is in the slot. Rantanen and McKinnon on their side. That's Tyson Berry at the point. Get them moving. Go cross crease passes. Go for triangles. Go down low and come to the front of the net. Attack the net.
But that's
Stop
one of the-
staying on the outside.
That's one of the things with the Flames. Though. Their PK is unbelievable. Like they
I
have
don't
that size.
understand.
You don't understand how?
I don't know, dude. I don't understand how.
Because
they
Jankowski's a
fight
huge.
hard. They,
yeah,
they
they
dig
fight.
hard, and it's a very aggressive power.
That's one thing I've noticed with
penalty
these
kill.
playoffs, penalty kills in the playoffs. Every good PK unit is aggressive before they
Oh,
get
yeah.
in the zone,
Like
and they're changing every
wicked
time.
aggressive, like to the point where the point players, like the defensemen, they don't even have a chance to wind up and take a shot because there's someone there.
See, I think that's one of the things I also like about the Flames PK is they don't have their top players on their PK. They have
That's
like
good.
grinding out players
Yeah.
that's gonna skate and they're gonna play hard.
Everybody has a role.
Yeah. And
Exactly.
I don't think you should have a player like Monahan on your PK.
I wouldn't mind Monahan on there. He's a good two-way forward.
He's a good two-way.
But
I wouldn't
limited
mind him, but I
minutes,
would.
right?
I definitely prefer Lindholm.
Lindholm,
Lindholm, I
Backlund,
prefer Lindholm on that
Jankowski,
that penalty
Derek
kill.
Ryan.
You can give like Mangiapane some ice time out there. He can
Yeah,
fly.
I did see him on there for the penalty kill. I think once last night too.
Mhm.
With
Yeah, they
Derek
throw
Ryan.
a lot of different names
Yeah.
out there. Yeah.
For sure.
All right, and finally, the Flames win the series. If
They keep up what they're doing, and Mike Smith plays how he did last night.
Yeah, if Mike Smith continues his play and that Derek Ryan, Mangiapane, and Hathaway line keeps doing what they're doing, like those boys are gonna get paid in
Hell,
the next
you guys
year.
were winning the game handedly without your first line even doing anything
Yeah,
remotely important.
the
Giordano.
first line did nothing. Gio did nothing.
Gio had an assist.
He had an assist,
Yeah,
but
he wasn't very noticeable.
that's pretty impressive. That our that's our fourth line. No, that's our third line.
Which one?
Fourth. That is our fourth line.
Who? Halfway?
The Derek Ryan line.
Oh, yeah.
Give him more
That's
minutes.
our fourth line.
But I think they
For
give
our
him more
fourth
minutes than
line to
third
put
line.
up half the points in that game, like
And hell,
Kinda
even if you
ridiculous.
get Bennett going too.
yeah,
You guys got some depth, man.
we had some depth.
Although round 2 will be a little bit harder.
Yeah, oh
if
yeah,
you
for
guys
sure.
get there. I'm not gonna jinx you. What do you think?
I think this team will win. If the main factor is that top line. That top line needs to be better.
Yep.
Do not. Okay, I like. Part of me says to not put James Neal on that first line after the PK unit comes out, because Lindholm's been on the ice for the whole PK unit basically, and then they put James Neal on there. But part of me, no, after the PK on the first line.
After the PK. It's because Lindholm was
Yeah.
on the penalty kill.
Okay.
A part of me thinks that they should maybe put Neal on that line a little bit more.
He does seem to perform a little bit better when he is with Gaudreau and.
Because
And
he
Monahan.
takes that kind of gritty role and starts hitting people and
But I straight up that line without Lindholm is. I just don't like it.
I don't
like that.
yeah,
line
I don't
with
like it that
Lindholm.
much
The
either.
chemistry
but
between the three of those guys is just unreal.
yeah, I wouldn't touch anything.
So-
If you guys start losing, then I would consider doing
Yeah.
that. But you need to find a way to get James Neal going.
Yeah, you got to get something.
We've tried
but-
so hard the whole entire year. Like you can see that players want to give him the puck so he can shoot.
Yeah. So I got one hypothetical question that I want to ask before we end here. Mark Giordano. So, hypothetically, if the Flames were to go all the way and win the Cup, if they were to win the Cup, Gio got the Norris, do you think he would retire?
No. I don't think so.
He's
No.
35 years old.
He's at his peak.
He's played 16 seasons with the Flames now.
16? Really?
I think something like that. Yeah.
Maybe
he
they
was,
did they sign him in 2003 and then they let him go for 1 year?
I think he went
He's
to
only
Rush.
played with Calgary.
Yeah,
Like
he's
if
only
you
played-
look back at his record, it's only ever been Calgary.
Besides
he's
the
played
I'm
for.
pretty
besides
sure-
KHL, right?
I don't know if the first like 3 or 4 years counted because he only played like
Couple
20-ish games
played, like-
max a season.
He came to Calgary when he was 25. So I think it's only been like 11.
11 maybe. Oh yeah, maybe I'm wrong with this.
'Cause
Someone's
he
been
played in the
there.
KHL for a while, and that's how he got
And he
his
broke
maturity.
out during the lockout season,
Yeah.
2012, 2013.
But my hypothetical, my true question is who is that C gonna go to after?
Monahan.
Really?
I would say Backlund.
No.
That's what I
Monahan.
was gonna say too, or I would say even Kachuk.
I maybe
I wouldn't
consider
mind seeing
Chucky.
Kachuk.
I don't know.
Mangiapane.
I'm thinking, like if you look at
I would consider Derek Ryan too. That wouldn't be
In the
worst.
future, yeah.
I
If
wouldn't- not Chucky.
if Gio was to stay for another 3 years and Derek Ryan cemented his role as one of the top forwards in Calgary, I think there would be a chance. I think Derek Ryan will receive an A at some point.
Give it to Mike.
Another person that I would, this is like quite in advance, but for Rasmus Anderson. What I could see him having, I wouldn't say the C, but at least an A. I will be honest. I think we will see an A on him at some point
I'll
in
put
the
a
future.
$20 wager. It will be Monahan. It's because of the years prior when they like say if Gio was doing something in the community, Monahan was with there learning under him with the A on his chest.
That's fair.
He's learning from Gio until
fair.
when he retires. I think that C's getting moved to his
My
chest.
question is, will Johnny Gaudreau ever get an A or a C?
No,
I don't
I
think.
don't think he's big.
I don't think
he's
he
a big
wants it.
locker room guy. He doesn't.
And I
need
don't
it.
think he wants it either. I don't like. He just straight up performs the
Without-
way he wants to perform, and he's going to do the same thing every game. There's quite a few players like that in the NHL too that are known as star players on their team, but don't have an A or a C. And when it comes down to it, it's not your best player that's going to be wearing the C.
Yeah,
It's
so
the
not all
person
the
that's
time,
going to be
right?
the most have
Who's
the
the
most
best
effect in
leader
the
in the
dressing
room?
room. Yeah.
Would you consider TJ Brody?
No, he'll be gone by the time Gio's done.
I think I do like I can get behind Monahan, but I still want to see it go to even like to someone like Bennett.
I'd give Benny one.
I'd give Bennett like at least an A. But yeah, it's gonna be weird to see when Gio's gone what the depth is like back there.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna be the,
I think
the
we-
number
When
one
he's
defenseman?
gone, you're gonna have a whole
Fine.
different type of roster. Dude.
Oh, we're gonna have a whole like the defensive core
It'll
is
look
gonna be
bad. It'll look
completely
good too. Though.
upside down.
It won't be bad.
It won't be bad, but it's
Like
just
you'll
gonna
see
be
Brody and
opposite.
Giordano gone, but you'll have a 23, 24-year-old Hanifin. Maybe Hamonic will still be there. You'll have Valimaki, Anderson, Shillington,
Shillington.
whoever else you sign for agency.
Don't
You'll have
tell-
some new players,
But
but
that's
they'll
the
still
thing,
be
is
fine.
Those players,
They'll be fine.
do you think they're gonna get offers from other teams now that they've shown
Definitely.
who they are?
Definitely.
But
But you guys have most of your core locked up.
so
Except for Chucky.
Yeah, but he's an
Except for
RFA. He can't go to unrestricted. He can sign an offer sheet, but will he? I doubt it.
No,
He's-
he
gonna want
he
money,
loves
though.
Calgary.
He's gonna want like 8.5, 9 million.
Oh yeah, he's gonna ask for a lot, and we're gonna lose someone in the offseason.
Oh,
this year.
definitely.
I have a
And
question.
I feel like it's gonna be Frolik.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I'm okay with that.
I think
It
Frolik is.
opens up a roster spot for Dylan Dubé.
I think it's gonna be Frolik, Neil, or
Would you consider buying out Neil?
yes.
Yeah.
If he does not continue, like if he doesn't step up and actually perform by throughout the playoffs, I think they're gonna consider buying him out. Because at this point, like he was brought in specifically to score and specifically for playoffs. Mind you, it's only been one game, but he hasn't. He's not looking good. So
What was I gonna say?
I think that's everything.
Yeah, I
We
think
talked for a while.
I have a band,
Wow.
I have a band poster.
They're
I gotta
getting
finish.
longer and longer
Oh yeah,
every
man.
time.
We got
man.
more content. There's hockey every day for the next 2 months.
I love it.
Let's go.
One
Ah.
thing,
Best time to have a podcast. This is where we need to be marketing ourselves.
One-
like
Boys.
fucking crazy.
Barstool Sports
one
is
thing-
getting a DM.
Oh yeah.
one
today.
one thing I would consider for this podcast is I might split it up into 2 parts and then post one Friday, one Sunday.
Ooh.
Might
Okay.
be an
For
idea.
this specific one.
Do like
this
yeah.
one, yeah.
Do that.
Do the before like the what ifs in a different one. like split it where we like cut because we started the what ifs like right after they came in. So I would just split it there.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is probably going to be our only episode until September with good audio quality. So I hope you guys enjoyed listening to our soothing voices over a good mic. You can find us on Twitter at Trailer Puck Boys, myself at Tyler Verloop.
Me at Michael Cake 1.
And me at Parkin_J.
Thanks for listening, fellas.
All right. See you guys later. Have a nice day and peace.